Hi guys, welcome to the second anime pickups for the month of March 2013. I've got quite a bit of stuff, so let's get into it. Okay, first up, back in October I picked up the second volume of K-On! In November I picked up the second volume, but forgot to show you guys. So yeah, I've got the second volume. And then it's only now that I finally picked up the third and the fourth volume. I finished watching this series last night, and I wasn't overly keen on it after the first half. Like, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like, this is absolutely amazing. After finishing the second half, I have to admit that the show kind of won me over. The moe aspect, I never saw this coming, completely like won me over. I just thought, this is a really nice, cute little fluffy adventure, and I have to admit I'm really enjoying this, and I didn't think I would. So yeah, it won me over. I feel kind of ashamed to say that, but yeah, it did. And I'll look forward to getting the second season probably, I don't know, in about 100 years, knowing the way I go about these things. Hopefully by the summer. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good first season. I can only see it getting pretty better, basically, after the second season. There's quite a lot. There's like a whole 26 episode season and a movie as well still to go. So yeah, there's quite a lot of K-On! Anyway, yeah, I thought it was good in the end. Enjoyable. Okay, next up. Maytale Legend, or Metaru Legend as I like to say it. Basically because that's how her name is pronounced in the Japanese dub, so that's kind of how I like to go about it. I believe this is a prequel to the Galaxy Express universe, telling the legend, as it were, of Metaru. Basically, I believe it's how many more times can I say that? It's the story of Metaru before, obviously, Galaxy Express 39 happens. So you got Queen Esmeralda there, I believe that's how you say it, and then this lady whose name I've forgotten. Anyway, yeah, it's a prequel. I haven't seen this, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. It was mentioned. It's this like sort of backstory, as it were, is mentioned in Galaxy Express 39 around the 30 episode mark. There's like one episode story that kind of like talks about what happens and what I'm imagining this prequel will explain. Anyway, yeah, this is a US Manga Corps release, or Central Park Media. It's all region, which is weird. I'm 100% certain it now. Well, I wasn't before, but I'm 100% certain it is actually an official release and not a bootleg. But yeah, it's weird that it's an all region release rather than region 1. Anyway, moving on, we got, finally, this took long enough for sure, we got Slayers Revolution and Slayers Evolution R. I can't remember which way they are. Does it say on the back? Not really. I can't remember which way they go round, but this is essentially the 4th season of Slayers. This is long overdue. I absolutely love Slayers. It's one of my favourite anime series. Like, I don't rate it in my top 10 or anything, but I really enjoy the show, but it's not good enough to be up there with the best, but it is. I really like it. I have a strong fondness for it. I've watched all of the rest of what is Slayers. I finished the last two OVAs I hadn't seen a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, I've seen the 3 seasons and all the movies and the rest of the OVAs that I I had already watched. Whatever. Anyway, I picked up the DVDs because while this show is available on Blu-ray, these 2 seasons are available on Blu-ray from Funimation. They are upscales, and I figured, well, you know, I'm not really going to go out of my way to buy an upscale, so I just picked up the DVDs. They were cheaper, I had the opportunity to buy them, so I bought them, and they'll match up nicely with the other series in terms of size. I am considering buying the first 3 seasons again in the Funimation Finpack versions, because I've got the big art boxes put out by, I think, Central Park Media as well, or Software Sculptures, which I'm pretty sure was Central Park Media. I think. I can't quite remember. It might have been Media Blasters, I can't remember. But anyway, whatever. Slayers. Very much looking forward to watching those. Next up, we've got One Piece, Season 4, Voyage 4. This takes us up to episode 252. Well, the DVD takes me up to 252. I have far since surpassed that because I gave in. Back in December I talked about, when I got the previous volume, I talked about I'm not sure if I can wait 3 months for the next volume, and then, yeah, so I was contemplating whether to start watching the series subbed and then continuing to buy these DVDs and watch the series dubbed as well. But to get the story, because I really, really want to see more of One Piece as much as I can at the moment, it seems, I was considering watching subbed as well. I didn't do that. I survived until this volume, which was a really hard 3-month wait. This volume only contains 11 episodes. And it was at that point I went, you know what, Funimation? No, I'm not going to be mean about it, but this is you're not doing this right, in my opinion. If you're going to release only 11 episodes every 3 months of a show that has considerably more than that, obviously, and actually the worst part was, how are we ever going to catch up if you can't release more than what's been broadcast in that same time frame? Like, more episodes of One Piece have been broadcast in Japan than what are on this DVD release. So there's only 11 and 12, obviously 3 months is 12 weeks, so yeah, anyway, whatever. I decided to continue watching it subbed, and I will continue to buy these releases and watch it dubbed as well. I'm currently on episode 316, which concludes all the stuff that I wanted to see that has begun in these latest 2 volumes of One Piece. I've watched it all already in like less than 2 weeks. In about 10 days I've watched about 80 episodes or something ridiculous. 70 episodes. No, 80 episodes actually, because obviously I watched this as well. So yeah, 80 episodes of One Piece in less than 2 weeks. So that concludes everything. I'm going to take a small break for about a week, and I'll continue trucking on. But yeah, I will continue to buy the Funimation releases and enjoy them, because the dub is really good, and I'm not going to not buy these. So yeah, One Piece Season 4, Voyage 4. Next up we got Ghost Stories Volume 4. This is interesting. The information I'm about to tell you I got from Hey Matt Giroud, and he's like the only reason I bought this actually. He's a really good YouTuber, does some great anime pickups. He's like an aspiring comic artist, I believe, and he's really good at that as well. He's essentially an all-round pretty cool guy. So I'll put his link in the description, and you can go and check him out if you haven't already, and I hope subscribe, because he's well worth your time. Anyway, this is Volume 4 of Ghost Stories. I picked this up because he said that apparently the show did so bad in Japan that when ADV got the license for it, which makes you wonder why they got it if it did so bad, but when they got the license for it, they were essentially given free reign to do whatever the hell they wanted with it. So what they ended up doing was taking this horror show, this like horror psychological show about ghosts, and turning it into a comedy via the English dub. So they essentially took the Japanese script, ripped it up, said we're not even going to adapt that, let's just make our own thing and make it a comedy. So apparently it's quite good, or at least I think that's what he said, like the English part of it's quite good. Like, it's kind of like cheesy good, in that it's kind of like bad but good. I'm not quite sure, but the good thing about it in a way is that the Japanese dub is still on here, and I would imagine, since it's the Japanese dub, they've got the original script as well. So it's essentially like having 2 shows in one, just about, yeah, with the crazy weird English dub, it's all funny, and then the serious tone Japanese version, which is apparently not very good anyway. But they're both on the same disc. This is Volume 4, which is the hardest volume to get. I think there's 5 volumes. Volume 4 was the hardest one to get, but I lucked out in the UK. There was a store I used, and I bought it for cheap. So yeah, good. And I'll pick up the remaining volumes probably by the end of the summer, I will hope. Volume 3 is also quite difficult to get, so I should probably get on that. Anyway, yeah, Ghost Stories. I'm looking forward to watching it. It's an interesting series. Or at least it sounds interesting. I haven't seen any of it yet. Next up, we got, surprise, surprise, an NIS release. I have to pick the camera up. This is Kimi ni Todoke, Volume 1 Premium Edition, From Me to You. Obviously I was going to buy this eventually, but yeah, this is number 23 in my list. I'm pretty excited about watching this series. This is only Volume 1, there's 3 volumes. The first 2 volumes cover the first 26 episode season, and then the final volume contains the final 13 episode second season. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. It compares quite favourably, I hear, to another show which I enjoy, which is called The Wallflower, which I didn't think I would enjoy at all, actually, The Wallflower, but apparently the main character here and there on Kimi ni Todoke, so, yeah, They are apparently quite similar, and the theme of the shows are quite similar, and when I watched the trailer for Kimi to Doke, I can definitely see that. Apparently the surrounding cast is less similar, especially considering what Wallflower's surrounding cast is like. If you haven't seen the Wallflower, I would recommend it, actually. It's really loud. Like, the dub is incredibly loud. There's like lots of shouting and screaming going on, it seems. But it's a very funny show, and it actually won me over after a difficult start. And ended up really enjoying it. But anyway, yeah, the Wallflower, we're not here to talk about that. But it is a good series, and I recommend checking it out. Apparently it's like Kimi to Doke, so I'm looking forward to watching it. As I've already previously said, I enjoyed the Wallflower. So yeah, Kimi to Doke, another NIS release. It's rather plain for NIS, the front cover. This one, along with Arakawa Season 1. Both the covers are rather plain. Fortunately, the other side is slightly better, using up more of the space. And that's what I mean when I say it's plain. Like, it's a nice cover, and on a DVD that would be alright, but when you've got all this space to work with, it's not exactly the most amazing cover. No, the next two volumes do use artwork more akin to this, so yeah. Anyway, Kimi to Doke Volume 1, I'll be picking up the other two next month. And finally, we have... This is Giant Robo. I picked this up in August. I'm not going to zoom out because I'll do it a little bit. But yeah, this is the Volume 1 art box with the... Take the top off. We have the dual case version of Volume 1 on the inside there. Right. I picked up Volume 2... Oh god. That's not going to work. And Volume 3. Unfortunately, I was told that if you bought the show brand new, you get the CD covers and all that on the inside of the DVD case, so you can put the disc in a dual case and put it in the art box, all nice and lovely. I bought these brand new from Right Stuff. No such thing was included. That's Volume 2. And the same goes for Volume 3. We just got the Media Blasters advertisement, which we don't want that. And yeah, so nothing in there. Disappointed, shall we say. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and search for them now, because I want it in the art box. This is one of the more unique art boxes. I like my art boxes. It's not a great art box in terms of build quality, but it's so unique that I kind of want it in my collection. So yeah, I'm going to have to buy them. Gimre Special, which I don't own yet, also is meant to have a dual case version. I'm not sure it will now. But basically I'm going to put this out there just in case some of you can help me. If you is there anybody watching this that has the dual cases for Volume 2, 3, and indeed Gimre Special of Giant Robo? Like, do you guys have like the inserts and you not using them? Because if you do, I would, because there's no harm in asking. I don't suspect anyone actually out there does. There's no harm in asking. So if you do, I would be happy to pay for them. Like, not a huge amount, obviously, because they are just pieces of paper, but probably more than you'd suspect I would be willing to offer, because I'm crazy. Or, I'm quite happy to trade, so let's just move these out of the way. Those of you who don't have those, you can probably stop watching now, unless you want to see what I want to trade anyway. But yeah, I got the first half of the Grey Man Season 1 Part 1 and Part 2, which these are all duplicates in my collection. I have multiple copies of these, thanks to buying bundles of anime and having stuff already owned within those bundles. I've also got the first 5 volumes of Excel Saga. These are all Region 1. All these are. And finally, I have the first 3 volumes of Berserk. So yeah, if there's anything there, if you have those and there's anything there you want, or you'd rather just have money, anything, I thought I'd just ask, because like I said, no harm in asking. It's a very good way. It's actually how I've got some amazing stuff in my collection, is no harm in asking. I've asked people who are selling stuff on eBay if they had something, and they told me they have, and my collection suddenly expands. So yeah, no harm in asking. Anyway, yeah, so if you guys have the Volume 2, Volume 3, and the Gimre Special inserts for Giant Robo, get into contact with me via PM, and we'll see where we can go from there via trade or payment. Anyway, I thought I'd just leave it there. So thanks for watching March Anime Pickups. I actually did have one other thing coming, but it's going to be in an anime packaging video instead. So it hasn't arrived yet, so I thought I'd get this out of the way since I haven't done the video for 2 weeks. And yeah, that's a really interesting release, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you, because I never thought I'd get it, because it's ridiculously rare, but a copy came up on eBay and I bought it. So yeah, I'll be sharing that with you in the coming week, hopefully. So I'm blabbering now. Oh my god, it's almost 15 minutes. Sorry if you're still watching. I'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye.